Today we're going to be analyzing the difference between two documents, the Treaty of Versailles versus 14 points. And we know that the Treaty of Versailles covers a number of issues related to Germany. We're going to discuss that in just a moment, and then after that we're going to follow that with the 14 points delivered by U.S. President Woodrow Wilson. So let's do first a little bit of review. Treaty of Versailles, following World War I. When we look at Article 119, it says that Germany renounces and favor Allied powers, all her rights and titles, giving up possessions. So I'm going to write Germany, no possessions. All right, so it's given up all its power in terms of valuables. And 159, I'm looking at it, and it says military forces shall be demobilized and reduced. So I'm going to write Germany's got a small army. All right. When we look at 160, it says that the German army must not exceed 100,000 men, which is really small for a country that size. And then it's going to be devoted exclusively to the maintenance of borders. So it's, again, a small army doing insignificant work. They're not declaring war on anybody or anything like that. 231. So it says, the government of Germany hereby accepts the responsibility of Germany for the losses and damages because of the war. A few other things. So it's Germany is what? They are the losers, and they've got to acknowledge that they're the losers. So that's going to be a blow to their sort of self-esteem and self-worth as a country. And then when we look at Article 232, it says that the resources are not adequate and that reparation is in order. So they're going to be, Germany is going to be paying for the losses. So paying, let's put paying money, including money to the other countries. So they are the big losers in this. Yeah, Germany did not come out well at all. But Woodrow Wilson proposed something differently. So Woodrow Wilson came up with this 14 points sort of agenda. And what he says is that as a result of World War I, instead of all this consequences for Germany, instead, he says there'll be no more secret alliances for all countries. So I'm going to write no alliances, no secret alliances, but you guys know what I mean. It says 2, all nations should reduce the militaries. So I'm going to write all small all small armies. That makes sense, right? So all countries are going to be reducing their forces. Stuff about France, territories. Okay, here it says, number 4, different ethnic groups and national groups in Europe should be able to determine their own form of government and rule. We could say that, very simply, the people, right, the different ethnic groups, have what? The people have the power. And when we look at number 5, defeated nations. Ooh, this is critical, and I imagine that Germany probably likes this a lot. It says defeated nations should not be forced to pay for the war as a whole. So losers, in this case, it'll be Germany. I'm going to write simply no pay. They do not have to pay for all the wars. They're not coming out financial losers in this. Number 6, overseas colonies will be disputed, evaluated case by case. And maybe most critically, number 7, it says, an organization of nations shall be formed to ensure peaceful conduct in the future. And this is the League of Nations. So this is sort of an international committee or organization there to maintain peace and prevent things like World War I from happening again. And so when we look at the Treaty of Versailles, I'll just do TUV versus 14 points. We know that Germany, it's really punitive. They've got to give up the possessions, small armies, acknowledge their losers, and they've got to pay all their debt and reparations to other countries, where the 14 points issued by Woodrow Wilson is more broad in terms, and more broad and preventative. No more secret alliances. Every country is reducing their army. The people have the power. Losers are not responsible for all the costs, and significantly, we've got something called the League of Nations.